Hi, this is Brett with Aim Small, Miss Small TV. Today we're going to be comparing two rifles, the Howa M1100, chambered in 22 LR and retails for about $450, and the Tikka T1x, chambered in 22 LR, retails for right about $500. Both rifles have synthetic stocks. The one thing that I thought was unusual with the Howa is the trigger guard is built in with the stock. I didn't really like that, and it's the first time I've really ever seen that. The butt back here has got a really cushiony back here. I don't know why they think they need all that cushion for a 22 rifle. Tikka, piece of plastic. Honestly, your clothing, a jacket, will be all the cushion you need, if any, honestly. Both rifles weigh 6.4 pounds. The Tikka is 37.7 inches total length, where the Howa is 37 inches. The Tikka's got a 20-inch 1 1/16 twist barrel. The Howa's got an 18-inch barrel. The Tikka's 1 1/16.5 twist, where the Tikka's 18-inch barrel is 1 1/16. Both rifles claim to have thicker barrels than your standard thin, I'll call it hunting barrel, what else to call it. But in this case, the Tikka's is definitely thicker. At the receiver side, you're 0.9 90th of an inch. At the barrel, you're at 0.74 of an inch. The Howa at the receiver, you're 0.68, and the barrel side is 0.63 of an inch. The Howa comes with two 10-inch, 10-round magazines. There's some sort of a CZ magazine. It's definitely not the 4.57, something else that you need to, I think, order if you need more of these, because I don't think you can buy a Howa magazine on the shelves, but it comes with two. Tikka comes with one 10-round magazine. I think the Tikka is actually more durable. I really like it. So I guess there's my 2 cents there. Regarding the triggers, the Tikka definitely has an adjustable trigger. Very easy to do. I've got a video on that. I will link it in the description. I believe I have this down to about 1.25 pounds, right around there in the break. Just everything about the Tikka trigger is great. In the manual, Howa does not advertise it as being adjustable, but I've seen in some newsrooms, or whatever you call those groups, discussion of the manual saying it's adjustable, and those maybe who have adjusted trigger, but there's really not much on this rifle, so take that for what it's worth. But the manual does not say that it's adjustable, so I call it as not being adjustable. However, in the back of the manual, it shows, where it has a kind of expanded view of all the parts of the rifle. It shows a little screw that says triggered adjustment. So, like I said, do with that as you will. All right, I'm going to change view. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to talk about what MOA, sub-MOA guarantee between these two rifles. I bought the Howa assuming, I don't want to say assuming, because it said right out, all rifles after a certain date, all Howa rifles after a certain date have a sub-OA guarantee. Not only is it on the website that I looked at, but there was also a little flyer or something that advertised that my friend showed me. And I thought, oh, well, how can you lose? Price on this, I think I mentioned earlier, was $450, or is what it was. I paid more than that for this rifle. When I say $450, I believe that's what they advertised it as being the manufacturer's retail price. But I did pay more for it, for whatever reason. So where was I going with this? Sub-MOA guarantee, price. Oh, I figured, what did we have to lose? This company guaranteed it. It's a Howa. Howa shoot well. At least my friends 223 shoot well. They're very happy with it. Nice Hogue stock, and honestly, I thought this was going to have a Hogue stock. It does not. And when I went to drose it, you know, I don't know if all states have to do that, but we go in there and fill out some paperwork for a background check, and I've got the first look at the rifle in real life, and I'm just looking at the stock, looking at the trigger guard kind of built into the stock, and right there, I wasn't super excited, I got to be honest. There's just something about the stock that just doesn't say quality. In fact, most of the rifle, where the Tikka, someone said on a video, it's overbuilt, which I got to be honest with you, if I'm going to have a rifle, I'd rather have it slightly overbuilt than, I don't want to say underbuilt, but the Tikka, I think, is extremely built well, and we'll get into some stuff in a minute when I change the camera view on a couple of concerns I have with the Howa's build quality, but MOA. So needless to say, after buying the rifle, testing it out, which I have done, and I've got another video which I'll link to in the description, I didn't really have any luck with rifles. I get a good group, terrible group, and then a good group, terrible group, terrible group. So I did a video on it just because there was no information on the Howa, and I figured I'd share what I know. I'm not an expert shooter by all means, but I feel like I'm a decent shooter. And if I compare the two rifles between the Howa and the Tikka, I can shoot the Tikka and get smaller groups than I can on the Howa. So back to MOA. After calling the Legacy, who's the reseller or the United States distributor or whatever they actually do, the gentleman, the customer service rep, says, I don't think they have a sub-MOA guarantee. Let me get you my supervisor. Transferred me over, left a voicemail, didn't get a call back, called the next day, talked to the supervisor, and he says, no, we don't do a sub-MOA guarantee. And then I showed him on the website where in fact it says there's a sub-MOA guarantee. But I also went to an additional website, which is Howa something, whatever. I'll link to all this stuff in the description, where it does say all Howa rifles have a sub-MOA guarantee, but in parentheses, excludes rimfires. Well, I didn't see that website until I was calling for customer service, and I actually kind of glanced up and said, oh, shoot. So full disclosure, I told the gentleman that, look, this website absolutely says it. This is the website I saw when I purchased it. We had this little flyer that says sub-MOA. That's what we expected. And then here I am just on the phone with you right now. I noticed that the website says, this other website says not on rimfires. Anyway, he ended up having to go to his boss, and his boss says, nothing I can do for you. So that was tough. I will say, Hal and I got a hold of the owner, and not that I ever spoke to him, but I left him a voicemail. I got a call back from the customer service manager, and Hal was going to take care of me. So anyway, this rifle, if you think about it, at $450, I don't think it shoots any better than a 1022, to be honest, and that's half the price, if not a third of the price. It could be my shooting, so I'll put that out there, but just be aware. This is not the Howa that you think you are if you're comparing it to a center fire. It just isn't. Tikka, on the other hand, right in the manual says sub-MOA guarantee, and it does call out rimfires as being sub-MOA guarantee at 50 yards. One question I have about that, my brain tells me at 50 yards, sub-MOA, that's a ½ an inch. So I'm assuming that's what Tikka's saying. I don't think they're saying an inch at 50 yards. Regardless, this will shoot a ½ an inch at 50 yards, no problem. All right, I'm going to move the camera around. We'll take a look at the bolts and the bolt ejector and this thing right here, where the rifle base gets mounted. Stand by. Okay, first thing I want to show you is the bolt ejector. whatever the heck the professional name is for that on this rifle. It's really kind of teeny. And you hear that kind of zippery sound? I don't know what's up with that. But this thing's teeny. Does a job, so take it for what it's worth. Let's see if I can give you any other kind of view here. Oh, another, I don't really understand this. Safety. First of all, there's no clear indicator if you're in safe or not. Now, honestly, I mostly don't use safeties, so there is that. I'm assuming back is safe, forward is fire, like most American rifles. By the way, these are made in Japan. You probably already know that. Here's a bolt of the Howa. They got the heavy, I think they call it like a tactical bolt handle here. Okay. Looks pretty average, you know, like a bolt, to me anyway. Okay, let's take a look at the Tikka. All right, so the Tikka is definitely got a beefier ejector, or whatever the heck that thing's called. It's stainless steel bolt. Interestingly enough, the Tikka's got one little ejector. I think that's what these things are right here, where the Howa has two. So I will say, one thing I've noticed between the Tikka and other rifles is the Tikka doesn't throw the ammo very far. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know what it is, but I actually like it when it doesn't fly too far. Okay, we pointed this guy out. Definitely much more substantial than the Howa. And the safety, right? Beautiful. Safe. I mean, look at this. Oh, that's beautiful. Well done. Well done. Okay, the other thing is the scope mount. This is very unusual on the Howa. The manual doesn't tell you what you need. No, that'd be too easy. I will say this, called Legacy Sports. And actually, Legacy Sports, I will say their customer service is good. From before I bought, or actually, I guess before I bought the rifle, I was, trying to find the rifle. They were very helpful, and well, I guess very helpful. And then after buying the rifle, realizing we couldn't figure out how to mount the, what rings we needed or base we needed. Well, they did clue me into this guy. The Rem 450, Rem 541 is what you need for this. So that's an important piece of information. The Tikka's got a very nice dovetail. You could also use the screws. Do I have a video? No, I don't. So this rails, just mount right here. Very easy. And the rail I have on here, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to tell you, I don't think. I don't know the manufacturer, but it's a 20 MOA rail, Picatinny style. In which I got to get away from. There's Weaver and there's Picatinny, and actually some rings will actually work on both, but I think I'm going to try to make it a habit of just stick with Picatinny. Okay, thank you for watching this video of my comparison between the Howa M1100 and the Tikka T1x. I think you know which rifle I like. In fact, I won't be doing any more videos on the Howa, and bummer. I mean, it was just kind of a miss on this one. I had hopes that it would give the Tikka a run for its money, but it just really doesn't. All right, thank you. God bless. Please like this video. Please subscribe, and let's have some fun with the comments, because I know there's a lot of Howa fans out there, but that's center fire. It's a whole nother ball game, and I think how Legacy Sports folks agree with that. So keep buying the Rimfires. maybe maybe go with the Tikka if you think you need a rimfire. Thank you.